Afternoon, everyone. I didn't come on yesterday. Most extraordinary turn of events you wouldn't believe. And I can tell you, everybody now out there with certainty, no one in that council is out at woods. I can tell you that's a definite. Nobody, you've seen everything, nobody is out at woods. None of them. And I can say that with certainty. And I'm not going to say anything else about that for now. A lot of people, I come on in that, and sometimes I'll show you things what you've already seen, but a lot of people ask me to show you them again because some things I've put on and they haven't been so clear and that, and one thing and another. With number 8, a lot of people, obviously, it comes on mine obviously because it was me who put it on, but I think people are struggling to get number 8. Until they put it, actually reactivate it, which they're supposed to do. You've seen the letter I've showed you, they're supposed to reactivate number 8. But it is so important for everybody to understand, to watch all these videos. It's so important. It is the biggest abuse of public purse, taxpayers' money in Wakefield, biggest abuse of people's positions, and biggest abuse of trust, and it all says one thing. What they think of people of Wakefield. There's no ifs or buts about that. I mean, you've seen everything, haven't you? You know, I've showed you so much stuff. I mean, it's tremendous, tremendous. But I want to just run through a few things right quick again, so people get everybody keeps up to speed with it all and that. Because as I said, there's lots to come. But I'd like to tell you what happened yesterday, but I'll have to roll back with a couple of things. Let me just start by this, because one nice lady asked me about, she couldn't see something, so I'm just going to show you again. Right, we start off, obviously. We start off, don't we? This is the allegations I put forward. I know you've seen this, and I know you think, well, it's showing us again, but it was just to refresh you. All these allegations go on and on and on and on. They go onto the next page. So all these allegations go on and on and on. These are all what I put to council. Yeah, they all go to council. Right, then we get, you tell me this is supposed to be the independent person looking at it, who wasn't independent, it's from council, to be fair. And this is a questionnaire that relates to all the allegations what I put in. You'll see, with handwriting, this is basically what I said to him anyway, but this is a questionnaire. Now tell me what this relates to, if anything. It is the most useless. I mean, anyway, read them and see. This is what they call the independent person. I mean, basically, it's a load of crap in it, but. You know, but this is what, when I went to the meeting, this is exactly what I was asked. You know, what's that got to do with spending thousands on your mate? What's that got to do with spending thousands and thousands of taxpayers' money at ARCO? What's that got to do with stealing things? What's that got to do with health and safety and flooding allegations? And what they put, hold on, one more. Just so you see it all your independent investigation into all those allegations. That's more or less what I put on, you know, in handwriting, obviously. So you've got all that, yeah? So you've got all them allegations. Then you've got this independent person. At the end of it all, you get, this is in 2017, all these people who've been abusing your money severely, which I'd show you, I know you've seen this time and time again, all these people who'd abused your money, and they've even admitted there was a breach of rules, yeah? This one so in 2017, their friend investigates them and basically says to them, oh, don't do it again. Then we come to end of all the questions, all the allegations, and then they say this. There was a degree of independence. 2 members of staff were taken through the process to a hearing short of action. So in 17, they reckon they've dealt with all this spending thousands of taxpayers' money at Arco, which they hadn't, fraud. Then it ended all investigation for everything. They said 2 members of staff. Now, if they've been in trouble, well, if they've been told off for using Arco, these 2 people, what have they got in trouble for? Is it for spending thousands and thousands on your friend? Is it for going out for games of golf and meals with engineers? Is it for stealing materials? Is it for all health and safety? Nobody knows, do they? Because they have your non-transparency and nobody is gonna get to know. It is the abuse of abuse by any council anywhere. I've never heard anything like it, and that's why it's so important that you all look at all videos, because every one of them concerned has one major thing that joins dots: taxpayers' money and abuse of public purse, all of them. It is on an epic scale, epic. And as I said, I show you that time and time again. How dare, you can't just put that. You know, every pound under review, services will be cut. I mean, look what this says. Look, I mean, does anybody realise all that? And then you've got Merran McCrae who's going to fine you £1,000, yeah? But does anybody realise? Council tax goes up. Oh, it's first time we've done it for a long while. Yeah, because you've been nicking all that much money. There's all that, you know, it's unreal why nobody's gone to prison. But still, they're driving forward. They're still abusing taxpayers' money now, because they're using it to beat me. There's no ifs or buts. I mean, look at all health and safety, look at flooding issues. And I'll just go through some right quick. But make sure, watch all videos, because it's your money. It's your money, and it's yours being abused. I mean, does that questionnaire relate to all them allegations? Really? Does it relate to them? Does a few lines that tell you nothing about a year-long investigation, right? How much do you think that's cost with all high-powered people who've been dealing with it? It's cost absolutely an arm and a leg. It's staggering amounts of money. But as I said, that woman is sat there at top, Merran McCrae, on £3,500 a week, plus work-related bonuses. It should not happen. It is not a private company. It is not a family-owned company. It is Wakefield Council. Wakefield Council have abused you so bad, and they think they can just still keep going. They're not going to now, I can tell you that. But anyway, you've got that, haven't you? And I just want to show you again, do you know it? Flooding side of things. But in that bad, you know, an independent person, people have broke the rules, broke the rules. They've absolutely caned taxpayers' money in at an unbelievable rate. This thing's gone on it won't happen nowhere. It just don't happen. But I just want to just pick up just quickly again, because a lot of you, I can tell you this, with flooding and that, and health and safety, you're in some bad positions, I can tell you that. And you might want to relate back to things. Let me just show you this. This is what I wrote to a lot of members at council. I wrote this in 11th 19. Just read this, what I wrote to. It was addressed to Merran McCrae, Chief Executive, right? Just in case anything happens to anybody, then you can relate to it. You can say, well, you were told. Yeah. So I write that, right? And in early videos I've told you about maintenance. Look at this list, because you might live near somewhere here. Look at this list. This was a maintenance list, right? And where you go, just have a good look at this maintenance list, because as I say, you might live near it, you might flood. And this list was shortened. And they took away, they shortened this list. That list was supposed to be done monthly. It don't get done. It doesn't, the maintenance is more or less non-existent. They got rid of watercourse inspector who used to keep things right, Bruce Woodcock. That list there, they only do a few of them each time. And basically, I just wanted to show you, when it comes to emergency, in the old contracts, up to 1719, right? I'll just show you this. This used to be part of price list, right? And you'll see it in yellow, what it says. Look, this was part of maintenance. Hold on. This was part of things what you got asked to put prices in for, right? And you'll see emergency call out charge. So all that, there's an emergency team on, yeah. Right, this is the new list, what they put out in 1920 in next contract when they got to get rid of me, right? Just have a look, tell me where it says emergency. Anybody can see where it says emergency call out or emergency or anything to do with emergency? No. What they did was this. They left you susceptible to flooding and everything, and then they expect, right? This is what they put. This is for your emergencies. This is what will happen when you're in flood. This. Right, watch. Read. Can you read that? That is for when you're in flood, basically. And that's overlooked by a man called Brian Thomas, contracts manager. If the contractor is able to provide such resource, quotes for extra and over costs will be requested by the service manager at the time prior to choosing. What they're basically saying is, there's no emergency people now. Who is there for you in emergency? They'll tell you rubbish, but this is why it's important you watch these videos and then you can relate to these, because can you imagine, rain don't come at a nice time through day and light, it comes at any time. Can you imagine it middle at night under emergency? And they start ringing contractors, give us a price to come and deal with an emergency. That's what that is saying. Make no bones about it. And let me just tell you now, how cheap I was, going out. I didn't used to charge him to go out, and emergencies and that. I used to just go do it. I was there because I lived in Charleston, I was central to everything, This is now where contractors come from who do same job as I did. Watch this. This is the actual list for the new contract. This is where they come from, contractors, right? Nottingham, North Yorkshire, Hartlepool and Durham. Now you tell me, is that good for jobs at Wakefield? I'm not against contracts getting work, but they were all about helping people at Wakefield. You're left basically in a position where there's no emergency. They took that away. They took watercourse inspector away. They don't maintain things like they used to at all. They said they'll ring out and get somebody for an emergency once they've got a price off them. Overseen by a man called Brian Thomas, contracts manager. And the contractors then have come from Nottingham, North Yorkshire, Hartlepool and Durham. And do you know something? I tell you about value. Everything's supposed to be value for money for taxpayer at Wakefield. You know, I want cheapest beyond that. Do you know these contractors who don't work now? They're between 4 and 11 times dearer. Yeah, innit? Is that good value for taxpayer at Wakefield? Tell me, I don't. You know, does that help any taxpayers out? You know. On top of nicking your money, on top of spending thousands on friends, on top of all health and safety at flood issues, on top of stealing materials, on top of getting money for cameras, total abuse of an order that's staggering. How many's been sacked? None. Would you get sacked in your job wherever you work? Tell me. But yeah, so you've seen that. There used to be an emergency call out. They took that away. They took watercourse inspector away. They stopped doing maintenance what they should do. They have a list there that they don't even complete really. And then they tell you, we'll get some, if there's an emergency, we'll get in touch with a few contracts to see who's going to be cheapest to deal with you. They are negligent beyond belief. And this is why I say to people all the time, watch all these videos because they contain things that are so important to lots of people. So important. Yeah. I mean, unbelievable, isn't it? Unbelievable. There was a breach of rules. Your tax is going up, your council tax. And if law says Merran McCrae can fine you £1,000. Well, you can be fined £1,000. It's got Merran McCrae's thingy on it, you know. We claim non-transparency here at council. We tell you nothing. What have these two people? Who are the two people? And what have they actually got in trouble for? Because they're all allegations I've showed you. They're all sackable, aren't they? Let's be fair. Morale in Wakefield Council is that low because even workers who are decent are saying, what way does it leave us? Where do we stand now? If, you know, you do a trivial thing and they sack you, where does it leave you? It has caused mayhem, absolute mayhem, beyond belief. I've got some other stuff to show you, and well, there's a lot of other stuff. Some certain things now I've had to you know put to dark list and that because of what happened yesterday. It was right turn of events for me, I'll be honest with you. I'd love to say to you what happened yesterday, I would. But rest assured, none of them are out at Woods now, none of them. But yeah, you've seen that, you've seen, where is it? You've seen, what's it say at top of that? What I sent to Merran McCrae, what did it say at top of that? Flood warning. Yeah, flood warning. So, there'll probably become a time where you want to drop back on that and say, well, what's all this, what's all that? You've been dealt some bad cards, all of us. As I said, can you imagine this? You know everything I show you? I mean, even that, but you know, to minimise that sin just brought a breach of rules. you're talking thousands upon thousands of pounds of your money being, you know, it's so bad. But yeah, I keep coming, I show you things out sometimes and I've showed them, but as I said, some people, they ask to see them again because they couldn't see them right, so I do that. I want to go into some other things today, but I'm gonna wait. I've got there's that much to put on. But yeah, that's your contractors: Nottingham, North Yorkshire, Hartlepool, and Durham. So can you imagine these? And I tell you what, hold on, Seymour's on here from Hartlepool, right? Seymour's from Hartlepool. They were down the main police station at Normanton the other week, and if you have a look when you drive by, they cut the edge, you know, by hand. And honestly, it was right mess. They just let it all fall on the other side. How much would it cost Seymour's to come from Hartlepool to cut that edge? Is that value for your money? Just, you know. And they were an hired dumper on. They were an hired welfare van on. My place were at Ponty. I had my own welfare, my own dumper. Do you know what it cost to hire things like that and everything? It's a staggering, but and come from Hartlepool and then set at public. This is better value than others. This is a lot better value. No, it ain't. That's lengths they went to, knowing I was cheapest, knowing I'd been doing it for 15 years. Lengths they went to. It didn't matter how much it was going to cost taxpayer, so long as they got rid of me. So long as I couldn't, you know, get my foot back in. But as I say, it's no one's out at Woods now. I can say that to you all with certainty. But yeah, isn't it bad? But I hope you've read these what I've just showed you, because there's a lot here in flood conditions. Agbrig, you wouldn't believe Agbrig is so vulnerable. It's unreal. Wait till they have a big flood. They'll be relying on some of these. Agbrig and Stanley. I mean, Carl Lane with health and safety. But there's more, a lot more. And I was saying, people said, well, that was nice what you said about street scene at Featherstone allotments, and it was. But the only thing with that, them allotments were still left, they never got done, they still flood. Pay some money, you can put your water in dike. If you don't pay money and you've lived in Feather all your life and got an allotment, bollocks to you basically, innit? But there was some, I mean, other people I've worked for in council. I did a job over at Ackworth on that road going to Featherstone. All water used to come off fields and it used to flood roads so bad it got dangerous, and I did all that. I did all banking and all sorts. I did all that for a bloke, and that's another chap I worked under at Wakey Council, Rob Fife. A gentleman and knows his business. You know, there's some in there that do, without a doubt. I mean, Rob Fife's one of them. I mean, that man, you know, he knows his stuff. I've not but admiration for that man. Nothing but admiration for Rob Fife. He's a gentleman. You know where you stand with him. He knows exactly his stuff. He's very clued up man, very. But this lot in land drainage, I'll tell you what you're dealing with. It's the right set of pudding heads here. I've showed you that anyway, haven't I? They're idle. They're so idle. I'm not kidding. I'm going to talk about how idle they are, because they had Highways England. They've had them over. They had them over for some money, but I'm going to show that next. But for now, I'm going to get off again. I've been ever so poorly, me, you know. You won't believe it. I'm not kidding. I bet you see me on here, don't you think, what were you? You won't believe it. You won't believe it. But yeah, some questionnaire, that innit? Some independent questionnaire, that innit? It don't relate to no, does it? What's it relate to that? You know, all them things. Where are they? Unbelievable, isn't it? Absolutely staggering. I'll tell you, it's that much, it's all over, isn't it? There's that much stuff. But isn't it staggering that, a questionnaire like that don't tell, it's about no, go away. Go away. God, villains? Everybody out there, you all go about your business, don't you? And you never know all this was going on, did you? And like I say about There's probably charities out there, there's probably organisations, people who needed this, needed that. Oh, likelihood is you've lost out because of what these twats have done. There's no two ways about that. I mean, that what happened at Calder Drift, absolutely immense. You know, to spend that kind of money on a friend say so. And that down at Ponty Golf Course and that, for somebody senior to say, send 5 men down there, clean that dyke out, a bit of water going up green, it's, you know, it's affecting my dog legging off green. Isn't how bad is that? Do you know what it costs for 5 men to go down with a digger and a dumper? And a truck? And a welfare van? For a week? Just because someone senior said clean that dyke, it's affecting me putting on golfing. Have a look at that dyke that splits golf course and race course. You'll think, what? What possible? What? It couldn't cause no harm if it flooded. It wouldn't cause no harm on it at golf. That was my point. Yeah. Don't say out about that in questionnaire, does it? I mean, that you know, when I give them that about corrupt Wakefield, when I give them that, well, ask all them things on and that to ask them and everything. They just didn't address none of it, you know. It's like, didn't address it at all, have they? It's like they've just like skimmed over everything. I mean, if someone's saying to 5 or 6 engineers, you know, don't do that again. Don't spend thousands of taxpayers' money again. Yeah. They are laughing at all of us. Smiles are coming off their faces, but in general, you imagine this as a taxpayer. You imagine this if you've got kids and you struggle a bit. You imagine if you're an old person and you don't get much. You imagine if you apply for all with council. You imagine if you might have been sacked in your job and think, but I've lost my job for next to no, and these people have done this. These people are supposed to be as trustworthy can be. And you break that trust, you should be gone. You fraudulently do that with money, you should be gone. And even that at year end with tax, getting me to give them invoices near year end to say they'd spent the budget. It's bribery and fraud, you know. They were like, it's like cooking your own books just to get more money for your division. But no, just gone. But it hasn't gone, rest assured, it hasn't gone. But in council's eyes in there, they have basically played with people's lives and all sorts. It's tragic, really. But, I mean, I've showed some things that's so devastating health and safety wise, and there's more to come. There's more to come. But anyway, like good people. Did you see that this morning on news? That little lad, well, it's not a little bit, about 17. She get a granddad, a Pillowie's wife who had been with 72 years, started crying. Well, you know, I'm in tears. I couldn't believe it. I sat like that. Oh, what a lovely thing that, wasn't it? A Pillowie's wife's picture, and he, poor old lad. But all things he'd done and that, hadn't he? You know, in war and all that, you know, to make a better place for us all now, innit, you know. It's supposed to be a better place, innit, and that, and then your own council does things like this.